So I'm going to explain to you permanent threads. Must watch this video because the concept of permanent threads is so different from the other available temporary threads. Whatever the brand that is used, the whole concept is very different. And especially the neck lift is extremely special. So watch this very carefully because if you're looking to look younger and for at least the next 8 to 10 years, you want threads which don't dissolve, then you're looking at permanent threads. I'm going to explain to you how that works. So on the face, we generally do 4 threads each side, and on the neck, we do 2 threads each side. So how do we begin? So above the ear, inside the hairline, there are 4 entry points here, and then we define the laughter lines, the marionette lines. We see what is the weakest part of the face. So for example, if there is hollowness here, this is very, very important. So we pass the thread very deep inside. Some people have the fear that the threads will be felt if you do this because it's permanent, and what if you become old and then they are felt? No. The whole concept is that if this is the skin here, then little bit of fat inside, and then there is a layer which is called the SMAS, SMAS, and then there are 2 more layers, and then the bone. Normal threads are put here. All the dissolvable threads are put here. But the permanent threads are put deeper, much deeper inside in this layer. Because they are so deep inside, they are never felt, and that is why they create a much better facelifting. So we pass from here. There is this muscle around the eyes called orbicularis. We pass under that muscle so that you don't feel it. Then we go deep, not in the skin but deep. So here there are multiple fat pads which you can feel, because as you do this you can actually feel the fat pads. We go deep inside. So if this is the skin, this is the fat pad. The thread passes like this and goes here. The absorbable threads pass here, but the permanent threads pass here. So we go deep inside and take out the thread, and then this part is, so the thread has 2 parts. There is a black zone in the middle. The cogs are in this direction and cogs are in this direction. They have opposite directions. So the thread is placed here, and the upper part, this part, is placed here, anchored to the scalp. Therefore, it cannot fall down also. You get a very good traction. The second thread is passed like this and anchored above. Then we see the marionette lines. The third thread is passed like this and above. And then the fourth thread, we can either define the jawline, make a square, or we can handle the marionette. We pass like this and here, and then above like this. So that is how the face threads are done. Now let me come to, so if we define the neck thread, so this neck session is based on neck threads. If you've got loose skin here, you want tightening, and so there are some people who only want neck, they don't want face. So earlier we used to say you have to do facelift. Today, with the advent of permanent threads, you don't need. So let's understand the concept. Most procedures, they pull the neck this way. Most threads, they will pull it this way. The muscle here, which is called the platysma, this is the most important muscle here. The action is to, when the platysma muscle shrinks, it pushes it upwards. But most threads, they pull the platysma here, and effectively they are going against the direction. They are going against the normal direction. So you understand, the action is this, but the threads are doing this. And therefore, they are not giving that perfect result that we want. So what we do in permanent threads, the whole concept is designed in such a way that we create what is called as a hammock. So we know this, between 2 poles, you have seen this. People like to sleep here on this hammock. So this is what we create. We pass one thread here, and then we pass another thread here. Same, it is reversed. The black is here and the red is here. The red is passed like this. This is the midline of the neck. So the red is passed here, it comes out at this point. The black goes across, comes out at this point. The red goes across and comes out at this point. And the black goes here and comes out at this point. Then what we do is this red thread and this thread is turned onto each other like this, and this thread fixed here and here. This thread is fixed here and here. So what you notice as when we pull, because of this pull, the platysma will actually go up and in effect create that hammock effect, which takes your neck up rather than out. So by taking it up, it is the natural direction, and you actually get this pulled up and you don't get too much of skin which folds here. So you get a much better, more physiological, more natural result. And that is why neck lift with permanent threads is the future of neck lift.